Hello dear teachers, I am Manara and I am delighted to welcome you to our Lingua T Club. Today's our session will be about teaching identifying sounds S or K with the letter C. Most of the time, our beginner learners become confused to pronounce some words because of various sounds of the same letter in a word. For example, a word cycle has two different sounds, S and K, by same letter C, because sometimes it gives sounds of S and sometimes K. Regarding the sound of letter C in a word, many questions born in mind of learners. When C gives sounds of S and when C gives sounds of K? What's the difference between sound letters S and C? I'm sure you also had those questions in your mind while learning language, and I'm also sure that you know the answers to those questions. Let's see the demo lesson and find out how to teach pronunciation rules of sounds S and K with the letter C. I'll be using a national course book for the 4th graders, Unit 5, Lesson 4, pages from 79 to 81. Hello children, how are you today? I'm happy that you are great. Let's start our lesson. Look at the picture and say, what's this in English? It's a car. What's this? A cupcake. What's this? A cup. And what's this? A cow. What's this? A coat. And this is doctor. Right. Now look at other pictures. What's this? Ice. And this is bicycle. And what's this? City. What do you notice? Letter C has two pronunciations, sound S and sound K. Let's look at the board. Letter C has two sounds, sound S and sound K. In the word car, the sound is K. In the word city, the sound is S. Can you look at the spelling words and make up your own rule? Look at the spelling. Well, what rule can you make? Right. C plus A plus O plus U makes sound K. Let's draw a rule. In letter C, followed by letters A, O, and U, we make sound K. Let's make a cat. Remember the rule. Letter C with letters A, O, and U produce sound K. Look at the spelling of these words. Words ice, city, bicycle. What rule can we make? When the letter C is followed by I, E, and Y, we read the words with sound S. Read the words ice, bicycle, city. Good job, children. Remember the rules. Now find out which words have the same sound. For example, city, ice, the sound is S. Cat or cow, the sound is K. The words are A, city, cup, ice. B, cake, city, music. C, car, coat, city. D, ice, face, cucumber. E, doctor, cousin, rice. Now check your answers with your partners. Good job. Now look at the board and check yourselves. What's the same sound in A? Right. City and ice have the same sound of S. Do you have all correct? Good job, children. Let's read the story about Kathy. Try to read the words correctly. Good morning, Kathy Cook. Make something good for me. There are lots of yummy things that start with letter C. Cookies, candies, cakes and coffee, carrots, corn and Coke. These are all my favorite things that start with letter C. Good job, children. That's all for today. Remember the rules in pronouncing the letters with sound S and K with the letter C. Goodbye. See you next time. Dear teachers, welcome back to our tea time and let's start discussing the lesson. How did we teach the sounds S and K with the letter C? Do we give the rule first or practice pronouncing the words? What was first? Why? If you remember, the teacher asked to look at the pictures and say the words without giving rules, where to read the letter C with the sounds S and K. Why? Right, because learners need to remember the pronunciation first before writing and reading. When were the rules given? Do you remember? Yes, the rules were given after they saw the spelling of the words, so that they could analyze with which letters they need to pronounce the sounds S and K. For sure, it's easier to make a rule after you see the spelling. That is why teachers need to follow the order, what to give first, second, and what to demand or expect next. After they made the rule, they were given some exercises to practice their pronunciation. Some words in English have both of the sounds S and K in a single word. And interestingly, both sounds are produced by letter C. Here are some examples where both sounds are present. For example, conceal, reconcile, recycle. There are definitely some exceptions where above rules do not work. There are multiple aspects that lead to confusion because some words are borrowed from other languages. For example, Latin, French, or Greek that do not comply with English spelling rules. One notable exception is the word Celt, pronounced as Celt, describing the Irish and Scots regions. Everyday English is full of French-derived words and Germanic words. Many academic words are Latin or Greek origins. English uses Latin-based words in science, and the social sciences are full of Greek-based words. Words that came to English via Old French have a spelled C that presents an S sound. Words that came to English via Germanic or Northern European languages have a C that makes a K sound. And words that came from Latin and Greek have Cs to make K sounds. Some other exceptions are soccer and muscle, where the letter C is not complying with general spelling rules. Dear teachers, that is all for today. If you have found anything useful from this session, please do not forget to share with your colleagues too. Thanks for joining me today and see you next time. Bye.